today's video we are going to jumpstart a vehicle with a dead battery. Now the ideal way of doing this is to, for starters, we'll have a look in your owner's manual because that'll always give you the procedure for your exact vehicle. So quickly, in the scenario of the vehicle that we're going to use to do the boosting here, we go to what to do in emergencies. Tells us it's page 323. Flip it open to 323. We're in that section, what to do in emergencies. Sure enough, there we go. Jump starting procedures. Flip over to page 331. We get in that section, and there is the procedure. So you just look that over, and that'll give you, as I say, the exact sequence for your vehicle. Follow that exactly, but we're going to do the generic process, which is pretty much the same as what we're going to do in this video and what is laid out for this vehicle. When we get out to the vehicles to boost them, as I say, this is pretty generic. Generally how we're going to do this, we have the good battery over here in the car. Notice I put a smiley face under there to indicate the good battery. I really should have put a sad face over here, but I never thought. So anyways, what we're going to do is on the good battery and the bad one, there's going to be a positive and a negative terminal. We're going to look for those. And in the procedure for this particular vehicle, it says take our cables, we're going to connect to the terminal of the good battery here first. Then we're going to go over to the car with the dead battery, connect over there to the positive terminal of the dead battery, and then we're going to connect next our negative terminal of the good battery, connect there, and then put the other end of our cable over on the dead battery. I think my pen is dying. So just to show you how dead this battery is, I'm going to try to start the car here. So we can hear that there's enough charge in the battery to try to engage the starter, but it's only actually, the solenoid's only clicking in. It's not even enough there to engage the starter and turn the engine over even a little bit. Generally when you lift the hood of your vehicle, the battery is going to be obvious. In this case, it's covered by a protective shield. Again, the owner's manual told me this. So in this case, you just click two of these little screws here, which the owner's manual told me about, and then you slide that out from there, and here's our battery. And what we're going to do, as we said, we're going to look for our positive and our negative terminals, which are all greased up here. Hardly see it, but we can see it says positive on this side for red, and your negative, which is marked on the post here, or the cable, and that's always going to be our black cable connecting to the negative. Here's our battery that's dead, and it's going to be boosted. Again, negative terminal here, positive over here with the red. And it never hurts to take a wire brush if you have a moment. In this case, I happen to be in my driveway, so I got the luxury to give those a little cleaning. So we're going to connect our cables up. Very important when you're doing this procedure. Never let the loose ends of these cables touch, or you're going to get some major sparks. So here's our positive terminal of the dead battery. Follow our owner's manual procedure. Red cable to the positive terminal. We'll go over to our dead battery. There's our positive terminal up here. Red cable, like that. Back to our good battery. There's our negative terminal, marked up here. Take our black cable, Connect that to the negative terminal. Oop. There we go. Give that a little bit of a jiggle there. Back to our dead battery. Take our black cable. Again, negative terminal. I always like to give it a little tap just to make sure. If you see all sorts of sparks, you got something connected up wrong. And we'll connect that on there. Oh, there we go. As per the owner's manual, start the vehicle that's going to do the boosting. And we're going to let it run for a couple of minutes to charge up that dead battery. Okay, the vehicle that is doing the jump starting has only been running for about a minute or so. But I'm going to give it a try anyway, just to see how dead this battery was. Still needs more charging. Okay, well, I foolishly started making that video late in the evening, and it got a little dark to finish off the video. So I just shut things down, and it's the next morning. I started up our boosting vehicle, same scenario as what we had from the last part of the video last evening. And let's give this thing a try. It's been running a couple of minutes. Okay, so we got everything running now. So what I'm going to do, because I definitely do not want to shut this car down right now. The battery is charged enough from our boosting car to start it, but there's a good chance if I shut the car down now and then use all that charge to start the vehicle again, it's probably not going to start. So I'm going to remove my cables, our boosting jumper cables, and I'm going to take this car for a drive and let the alternator charge up the battery to full. So we're going to remove our jumper cables, and as I said, take this vehicle for a drive, let the alternator charge up the battery good and strong. And the owner's manual for this vehicle advises to remove the jumper cables in the exact reverse order of what we put them on. Very careful doing this, moving parts, bend, and be careful in around the engine. So, we remove our negative. Exact reverse procedure for what we did here, I believe, was this. We're over to the boosting vehicle now. Very careful not to let any of these cables touch each other while we're doing this. And back over at the boosted vehicle. Move the positive. Back over to our boosting vehicle. Remove the positive connection there. Two vehicles are disconnected. And never let the two vehicles touch during this procedure too. That probably will also be mentioned in your owner's manual. Anyway, that's it for this video.